Breaking news out of college basketball. Our Matt Norlander reporting that Miami is hiring Duke assistant Jay Lucas as its next head coach. He spent the past 3 seasons with the Blue Devils, serving as the team's associate head coach for the last couple, taking over a Miami program that saw longtime coach Jim Larrañaga step down in December after 4-8 to start the year, and it's been a rough go the rest of the way as well. They're on track to win fewer than 10 games for the first time since 1994. So let's bring in Matt Norlander. Even if you're familiar with college basketball, you might not be that familiar with an assistant coach for Duke. Tell us more about why Miami decided to go this route.
Well, thanks for having me, Chris. This has been in the works for a few weeks now. Word first leaked about this actually the afternoon that Duke played Illinois at Madison Square Garden. Why Lucas? I mean, a really good reputation as a fast-rising coach. He'll actually become the youngest high major coach in college basketball when he's moves to his post at Miami. I'm told by multiple sources that Miami is expected to make this formal on Thursday, barring any 11th hour snags or anything like that. But, you know, he's been a critical voice in recruiting for Duke. He previously was at Kentucky under John Calipari, and then Jon Scheyer successfully recruited him away from Big Blue Nation over to Duke Shade of Blue when Scheyer was promoted to full-on head coach after Mike Krzyzewski's retirement. So, you know, Lucas has been a key recruiter in the portal, helped land Cooper Flagg. Also, a very good tactical mind, has been helping lead the defense for Duke. This season in particular, Duke is now top 5 in the country in defensive efficiency. So, listen, he's got really good connections. You've got the Duke pipeline as well. And yeah, this is an intriguing opportunity, obviously. And if you're assistant and you got a high major job that comes calling, hard to say no. So yeah, it should be pretty intriguing to see Scheyer already getting a branch on his tree. He's not even he's not even through year 3 as a head coach, and already one of his own is going to go on and get his first job.
And Duke rolling right now. They're on their way to a 1 seed. Is he going to then leave Duke right away, or will he finish out the season?
So that's a great question. As of right now, it remains unclear, undetermined as to when Lucas will leave Duke and full-on take on the Miami job. You know, talking to a couple sources earlier on Wednesday, and in a previous era, the assistant coach, one, wouldn't even be up to get the job this early in the calendar, because this isn't how it worked, and two, you didn't have the hyperactivity of the portal. But that's not the era we're in anymore. So all indications to me are that Lucas, as a function of the new job and the new world, he's going to have to leave Duke at some point before the conclusion of the NCAA tournament, if not sooner, and really get underway. You know, get his staff going and prep, because Miami is going to have, if not an entire roster turnover, almost every single player that was on this team this season, one of the worst seasons in the history of Miami basketball, isn't going to be there next year. And so by getting Lucas in place and by Miami getting out ahead of the pack of the rest of the sport, there isn't another high major job that has been filled yet. There hasn't even been another job period that has been filled. We wait on Utah if that'll happen here in the next 12, 24, 36 hours. You are working from an advantage, and so because of that reality, I would expect Lucas at some point soon here to full-on leave Duke and join Miami. That is bittersweet, because obviously he's helped build a team that's a true national title contender, maybe the National Player of the Year, and yet Duke is absolutely rolling. So these are good problems to have, but it is an unusual and borderline unprecedented situation.
Great recruiter, recruited Cooper Flagg, Cameron Boozer, Shaden Sharp. What is this job at Miami now? It's a new era, NIL. We know they're throwing money around for football. They've thrown money around for women's basketball. Where does this job rank among, you know, a top 25 job in college basketball?
That's a good question. Fan support is, you know, here and there in a great spot. It's considered a quality job. There are 79 power conference programs in college basketball. There's a Power 5 in college basketball because the Big East is one of 5 conferences. So if you took the Miami job and said, okay, try and tier it out, rank it among these 75, where would it land? My own opinion, and, you know, gleaning from the likes of coaches, athletic directors, and agents, I think the Miami job falls somewhere in the 30s overall. You know, at one point this program didn't even exist. Miami actually halted having a men's basketball program in the 70s and the 80s. Thankfully, it's come back. Larrañaga brought him to the Final Four just a couple of years ago. Really good recruiting base overall, and really good opportunity. The entry point is very good. The ACC is down this season, and listen, this is a big job, but I can make the argument that Lucas, having worked for Jon Scheyer, who took at the same time an enviable and unenviable position. He followed Mike Krzyzewski. Look at what Shire's doing. He's going to wind up having one of the winningest 3 first seasons in the history of college basketball. Lucas has been by his side the entire way. He's not John Shire. He won't do everything the exact same way as John Shire, but he has really seen how to take it and have some success. He's been a key part of that Duke success. That's a quality Miami job that I think he can make an immediate player in the portal and in high school recruiting now that he's set to join the U.
Matt Norlander reporting that Miami is hiring Duke assistant Jay Lucas as its next head coach. Thank you so much, Matt. You can hear him and Gary Parrish in the Eye on College Basketball podcast. First full week of March. Next week, we get the big conference tournaments going like the Big East, where Matt will be.